The Delhi Court for Bail says the special court erred in denying her bail by differentiating classes of women. The DMK backs Mamta's demand for a rollback of the petrol price hike but rules out pulling the plug over the issue.
In a matter of 5 months, they raised about 9 rupees 28 paise. This is a very heavy burden.
Actor Shreya Saran's car is stoned by Telangana supporters in Hyderabad during a shoot, posts an angry tweet. The new faces in Amma's cabinet to be sworn in tomorrow. Performance and caste are carefully woven in.
While dismal performance and allegations of misconduct are really reported to be the reasons behind this huge reshuffle.
It's the same old story every monsoon. Just where are the stormwater drains? Vaiko backs the Kudamkulam protesters by staging a token fast. Says the local people have genuine apprehensions. Beware of thieves at fancy resorts. They may even check in as customers in your next cottage.
People going to stay in a resort, they shouldn't be under the impression that the resort is the most safest place.
And at a social media summit at MOP Vaishnav College, Peter reveals tactics on how to grab more eyeballs with advertisements at the corner of your Facebook wall. Welcome to the news tonight on NDTV Hindu this Saturday night. I'm Evelyn Matthew, joining you this weekend with all of the day's top stories. A quick scan of the rest of the headlines before we get you all of that in detail. Finally, formal consultations to solve the Armed Forces Special Powers Act will begin next week. Efforts are on to find a middle ground. On the latest leg of his anti-corruption yatra, L.K. Advani takes on Sonia Gandhi, questions her silence on the corruption issue. The Maharashtra government promises a fast-track trial of the culprits who killed 2 teenage boys. Advani expresses his sympathies. Another face-off likely between the government and Team Anna over the Judicial Accountability Bill. NDTV learned that the government has refused to incorporate Team Anna's inputs. A top IPS officer in Uttar Pradesh takes on Chief Minister Mayawati, accusing her of being corrupt. And legendary singer and music composer Bhupen Hazarika dies in Mumbai. He was 85. Even as the uncertainty for Karunanidhi's little girl in Kannimuri continues, the Tihar-bound Rajya Sabha MP filed an appeal at the Delhi High Court seeking bail today. It was just 2 days ago that a CBI court had dismissed her bail plea, along with that of 7 others accused in the 2G scam case. Kannimuri says the CBI Special Court has erred in its judgment by differentiating classes of women. This time again, she has used gender as grounds for bail. Her bail plea is likely to be taken up by the High Court next week. Now, earlier this week, the court's decision stunned many as the odds were in favor of her getting bail after more than 5 months in prison for her alleged role in the telecom scam. The Supreme Court, which had refused her bail in June, had advised her to try again after charges were framed against her. A section of the Indian law suggests bail be considered for women under 16 and 6 people. In fact, that's a clause that her lawyers had invoked. Kalanya Television's managing director Sharad Kumar has also appealed for a bail today. In other news making headlines today, after another shake-up of IAS officers in the state comes the even bigger reshuffle. The Tamil Nadu cabinet has got fresh blood while it's seen the axe for perceived non-performers. The Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha has dropped 6 ministers while inducting 6 more. In fact, the portfolios of the newly inducted ministers include S. Damodaran, who gets his new portfolio in the Agriculture Department as the State Minister, while R. Kamaraj will be the Food Minister. Dr. S. Sundaraj will be the Minister for Handloom and Textiles, while the Minister for Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments, including law, courts, prisons, official language and culture, will now be headed by M. Paranjyothi. Tamil Nadu's new Minister for Milk and Dairy Development is V. Murthy, and Rajendra Balaji will be in fact heading the Ministry for Information and Special Program Implementation. Among the changed ministers, K.A. Sengotayan is now the Minister for Information Technology, while T.K.M. Chinmaya is now the Minister for Environment. Among the dropped ministers are Minister for Rural Industries Dr. C. Shanmugavel, R.B. Udaykumar, S.P. Shanmuganathan, N.R. Sivapati, Jeet Sentamiran and Buddhi Chandran. Now, even as the fuel price hike has triggered strong reactions among different political heads across the nation, the DMK has echoed Mamata Banerjee's stand. Joining other UPA allies like the National Congress Party and the National Congress, The party said that they were only casually consulted and demanded a rollback of the prices. However, unlike Mamta, they ruled out pulling out of the alliance just yet.
Yesterday, our parliamentary party leader, Mr. Balu, had made a statement. Now that the Prime Minister has come out with his statement that it has become inevitable, we still feel that even though it is inevitable, the government should consider the implications of this rise and how it will affect the people. So the government could step in and help ease the present situation. This is really a worrying situation. This will have an effect, cascading effect on other commodities. So overall consideration of various facts, the Prime Minister should have an eye on the overall position.
Now, if you were just caught in awe of the fury and the monsoon lash yesterday, well, the rains are here to stay. The Met Department has predicted heavy rainfall over Tamil Nadu for the next 24 hours as the trough of low pressure over the Bay of Bengal will persist. After the sharp showers last night, the morning rains caused hardship to office goers. Many roads were waterlogged and vehicles moved at a snail's pace. The problem was compounded as the roads were heavily damaged due to persistent rains. Many suburbs in the city continue to remain clogged even above the pavement levels.
The trough of low pressure extending over Bay of North Tamil Nadu, South Andhra Pradesh coast persists. The low pressure over Arabian Sea also persists. Because of this, it has rained at many places in North Tamil Nadu and at few places in South Tamil Nadu. The highest rainfall recorded is Pidavakkal and it has recorded 8 centimeters. As far as forecast for next 24 hours is concerned, it is likely to rain at many places in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. As far as Chennai city is concerned, cloudy sky, 1 or 2 spells of rain in some areas.
Moving on, the protesters of Kudamkulam have a fresh voice of political support. The MDMK's Vaiko has backed the agitating men and women by staging a token fast. He has said that the local people have genuine apprehensions, even as there have been promises of safety, but those that have not been seen till now. He has said that there was in fact a need for environmentalists to protect the interest of Tamil people. He added that the protest was planned solely keeping public interest in mind, and except for an essential maintenance, really, the work at the plant remains paralyzed for the 24th day, following protests by thousands of villagers. More than 6,000 contract workers, meanwhile, have left the town out of fear. According to the Atomic Commission Chairman Sri Kumar Banerjee, the expert committee announced by the centre would soon begin talks with local communities to bid a resolution here in the crisis.
இந்த அணுமின் நிலைய அதிகாரிகள் அவங்களுக்கு நல்ல சம்பளம் நல்ல வாழ்க்கை நாளைக்கு ஆபத்து வந்தா இடிந்தகரையும் கூடங்குளமும் இந்த பகுதி மக்கள் தானே அழிஞ்சு போவாங்க ஆகவேதான் இந்த போராட்டம் நியாயமான போராட்டம்.
Meanwhile, former President Abdul Kalam is all set to meet Kudamkulam plant authorities tomorrow, and in fact he had volunteered to discuss public fears with authorities and is likely to be a mediator to submit a report as well. Now, checking into a fancy resort may be a good way to unwind, but you could end up lighter on your wallet in more ways than one. So that bamboo house that passes for an eco-friendly place to shack up may not really be a safe option, as a family found out. Our crime correspondent Salim reports.
The Rangarajans were on a holiday at this eco-resort near Puducherry, but thieves were not. As they were fast asleep, many of their belongings were wiped clean from their improvised cottage.
10:30 we went to bed. Morning 5 o'clock when we got up, we had a real shock of our life. Like, we lost many properties which was kept inside the cottage, like a costly digital camera, mobile phone, wristwatch, coolers, my son-in-law's purse with various credit cards and cash, totally amounting to somewhere around 40 to 50,000 rupees.
The family had stayed in a room built of bamboo shoots. The thief didn't have a problem in making a quick entry and escape. Compound
wall மேலே வந்து ஃபுல்லாக தட்டி போட்டு பேம்பூஸ் தான் போட்டு ஹட் மாதிரி குடிசை மாதிரி போட்டு ஸ்டைலில் வச்சுருக்காங்க அவங்க. அது ஃபுல்லாக 2-3 பேம்பூஸ் உடச்சி அந்த இடத்துல வழியாக கை விட்டு எடுத்துருக்கணும்.
Although Rangarajan had immediately approached the police, he says there was a delay in registering an FIR. The top cop of the zone under which the resort falls strikes a note of caution.
So people going to stay in a resort, they shouldn't be under the impression that the resort is the most safest place. In my view, it can be as vulnerable as any other place. Therefore, anybody going to a resort or even a luxury hotel should be careful. This is because there are specialized agencies, specialized thieves in resorts as well as in luxury hotels. An incident of this nature has taken place, your money is missing, your credit card is missing, your jewelry has gone, then it's very important you notify the local police station.
The complainant claims the resort tried to offer him complimentary vouchers for one of the other destinations and a small discount on the food bill as a sort of compensation. But they dug their heels in and insisted on a police investigation. When contacted, a resort representative told NDTV Hindu off camera that they will cooperate with the police to catch the culprit. The Rangarajans wonder if it's an insider's job, but are confident the cops will crack the case. With Swami in Puducherry and Salim in Chennai, Pratiksha for NDTV Hindu.
Popular actress Shreya Saran has been attacked by pro-Telangana protesters who reportedly pelted stones at her car when she was shooting at Hyderabad. The protesters forced her to say Jai Telangana before letting her go. The actress has reacted with anger at being subjected to this kind of treatment and said she was disgusted. She tweeted and she says, and I quote, "I'm born in India and I deserve my freedom and safety is my right," unquote. Up ahead on the bulletin, bidding farewell to this journalist, singer and filmmaker is painful, but his music still has that deep healing touch.